Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Czechoslovakia.
Waiting in the dark, like a quiet melody. And if I listened hard, I could hear the sound rising from the ground. Every moment until now, I was dying to change from a spark to a flame. I want fire, fire, burns bright, a fighting to reach it. But the higher, higher, I fly. Pieces aside, even when it's hot, even when it's high. Never gonna quit, never gonna stop. Fire.
Slicks and Crons. Got it.
Black sky. On the edge of giving up, letting go tonight. I have waited long enough. When I close my eyes, I hear the sound rising from the ground. Wanna let it out. 'Cause I'm starting to change from a spark to a flame. I want fire, fire, burns bright, I'm fighting to reach it. But the higher
You ready to roll?
I fly, I'm falling to pieces aside. Even when it's hot, even when it's high. Never gonna quit, never gonna stop. Fire, fire, tonight I'm lighting up the black sky. Oh, I can feel it burn, 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 but I won't go back again. Oh, I can feel it burn, burn, burn.
All right, looks like we're ready to go here. And we are going to get ourselves underway here with week 1 of the Supernova division. Got a matchup between Plan B and Team Atlas. Plan B, I believe, is on the blue side. Team Atlas will be on the right. No, I'm backwards. Team Atlas is on blue for game 1. Oh, they told me one thing and did the other. Anyway, so we're going to have... You know, I'm going to double check myself just because... Yeah, all right. Atlas is what we got. So Team Atlas is going to be on the blue side for game 1. Eevee is Bay is your top laner. Adroit Killer in the jungle. I pick you in the mid lane. As is Real at 80 carry. Malakstra playing support. And on the red side for game 1, we're going to have Plan B, which is Teemo Meta in the top lane. I wonder what he plays. Dawn Run, newcomer to Vantage League. We have a couple newcomers in this game. I pick you and Dawn Run, I believe. Dawn Run in the jungle. Styx and Crones in the mid lane, playing mid this season. Ziggy playing 80 carry. And Sweet Fiend, who I also believe is a newcomer, in the support position. So, looks to me like 3 newcomers this season. I pick you, Teemo Meta, Dawn Run, 4, and Sweet Fiend. And we're going to head into game 1 in just a second. So, we're going to have to fill a fair amount of time here, because again, we're on the spectate mode. And, hopefully we don't have any issues. Hopefully we don't have any lag. And hopefully people are participating in the chat, because I will do the best I can to keep up with that. However, I think you all know that solo casting can be exhausting, so we'll see how things go. Open up with a Gangplank ban, Styx and Crones special. Not quite a one trick, but definitely a Gangplank main, definitely a champion that you don't always want to deal with. We've got a Zac ban aimed toward Adroit Killer. Although Zac right now, you could make an argument, is one of the stronger champs in the game. A lot of people just don't want to deal with it. It's very, very difficult to deal with. Kassadin also coming out towards Styx and Crones. Wonder if they're gonna look. It's looking like maybe they end up with 3 mid lane bans here. Looking like they're going to try to pinch Styx and Crone's champion pool a little bit. We'll have to see how that goes if they end up taking a pick for him in the first couple of picks. Swain, I believe, targeted at Teemo meta. Although, again, Swain's another generically strong pick right now that is picking up a little bit of momentum in the top lane. A final ban of Fizz toward I Pick You, and Orianna is going to be the first pick for Team Atlas. I do have this right. I keep having to double check myself because, yeah, Atlas is on the other side. I'm glad I didn't put that up. So, a couple seconds left here of seeing what Teemo meta and Plan B come up with. They're going to go with a Gragas flex pick here. Can be played anywhere. Tops, jungle, support, mid lane. Not going to rule out the AD carry Gragas. Just kidding. I'm ruling it out. No, don't. No, we're not doing any of that. None of that here. Ziggs is going to be the pick. The Vantage League special. Boring Ziggs. There it is. But he's effective. So, Hydrate Killer cycling through a bunch of options here. We'll see what he settles on. I don't believe in any of this until I see it. Gragas and Ziggs, notably, sort of a non-bow. A lot of zone control potential, but can potentially kind of botch ultimates if the situation's wrong. First Warwick that I've gotten to cast. Warwick, a pretty strong jungle pick, something that I was not expecting and quite honestly was completely wrong about in my analysis of the rework. Turns out he's just difficult enough to deal with that having to spend enough resources on him makes it pretty effective. So safe clear, relatively quick clear, not the fastest, but safe clear, quick clear, very strong level 6, very great in sustained fights. I was getting the Lulu to help him speed him along, potentially for wild growth plus Orianna, Shockwave, Wombo combos. It's going to be Thresh on the side of team. It's not Team Plan B. It's on Plan B. And we're going to go into the second round of bans here. Expecting to see more focus, I would believe. I mean, no AD carry picked yet, no top laner yet. I would assume we're going to see some top lane bans here. Try to pinch the pools a little bit more. I'm not sure whether or not. I know that's going to be the strategy from Team Atlas. Lissandra. Not entirely sure if that was just a desperation pick because they were running out of time. Hi, Sad Shaub. Nice of you to join us. Hope everybody's having a good time here.
Fine. I'll just be over here. Sharpening my
Zaya
powers.
is going to be the ban for Team Atlas. Wonder if we're going to see another top lane ban here. Probably. Malphite is the final ban selected by Plan B. It's probably just a research decision.
Yes, sir.
Maybe EV's Bay's third or fourth champion, perhaps. Teemo, the final ban against Teemo meta. No way. Who would have thought? I was wondering for a little bit if that's going to happen, but it turns out they did. They didn't first pick it, or they didn't pick it in the first rotation. I assumed Teemo wouldn't get through. As Israel is going to go with the Shen after Ziggy locks the Caitlyn. Caitlyn Thresh, one of the bot lanes du jour for this patch, these past couple patches. Shen, kind of an interesting. A lot of shielding help here. I'm assuming this will be some sort of hyper carry pick, maybe Twitch or Jinx, maybe Varus. Ashe will work too. Another engage tool. A lot of single target CC on the side of Team Atlas. Solid wave clear. excellent protection for either Malakstra or Eevee's Bet or I Pick You, or no, yeah, rather Ezreal or I Pick You. Running a more traditional 2-core, a lot of engaged tools, a lot of single target CC, good wave clear. Really, really like the team composition from Team Atlas. Zillion top lane? Oh, man, we getting spicy already. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Everybody break out the chili powder. Let's go. Let's go. Zillion top coming out from Team Ometa. As a bit of a Zillion aficionado myself, I can say that I approve of this message. Zillion, coincidentally, extremely good against Shen. Zillion's got excellent wave clear and can shove really well, can protect himself well, even in a long lane and top lane. If Eevee's Bay ever eats a double bomb combo or a slow, timeline slow, there's a very, very good chance that Eevee's Bay can get, trained out of lane with double bomb combos depending on the setup that Team Ometa decides to run with for Runes and Masteries. So, quite honestly, a bit of a problematic matchup in the top lane. Zillion able to stop Shen ultimate, able to shove Shen in. Going to be a little challenging on the side of Team Atlas to manage that. Overall, these team compositions are pretty, pretty straightforward. Still a tank or two on each side. Bit of a, 2-core versus like a more of a 3-core with the Zillion. So, I'm going to go ahead and put some tunes on. I will see you guys in just a bit.
See your face,
let's get ourselves into game 1 here. Get used to our spectator clients. Delays as usual, as we all know. So, the interesting pick here, a couple of them actually. The Warwick from Android Killer and Timo Meta with the Zillion top. We're going to take a look briefly at maybe the setup being used here. Looking like this is something people are curious about usually. Not entirely sure what kind of... Looking like CDR runes and health per level, which is pretty typical on Zillion. So, nothing too out of the ordinary. A couple of, basically just a fan out by both teams. Typical 5-point. Nobody looking for too much action, which is kind of surprising with a Thresh. Typically when you have Thresh, you are looking for level 1 plays, or at least looking to get some vision, forward vision down. Looking like there might be a late invade down on the bottom side here by Plan B, Ziggy and Sweet Fiend. Looking like they're just gonna get no deep vision, but they were just checking the bush. Getting a forward check here. This is a typical level 1 strategy. This could be really, really big for Plan B. Flay is going to land onto Malakstra. A lot of damage going to come out. Great trades coming out. You got to be careful not to run away too far. Not enough damage out on the backside of that, and that's going to be a good trade for the side of Plan B. Ziggy and Sweet Fiend off to a good start in this bot lane. Got a Raptor start by Dawn Run. Starting on the blue for Adroid Killer. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Champions that can start on Raptors still want to be starting on the Raptors in most situations. Ruby Crystal start by Eevee's Bay. It's kind of interesting. No Doran Shield, no Elixir or Corrupting Potion. Kind of surprising, actually. You could potentially do a Rejuve beat start against this. That wouldn't have surprised me either. A lot of creep damage taken from Malakstra. They gotta be careful with the minion aggro. You can see kind of the tempo of the junglers here. Dawn Run slightly ahead. Yeah, they're even. Just traveled more distance because he did not do his Krugs. You can see the strength of the... both of these junglers actually sustain quite well, but you can see just how ridiculous Warwick's sustain is. He's pretty much always full health. Looking like Sweet Fiend hits level 2 is going to make more for a play here. Gets Polymorph. Nice Polymorph. Death Sentence is going to miss. Good Polymorph by Malakstra. Good dodge by Ezreal. Stave off any further damage than the level 1 trade that was problematic. The Ancient Coin line did get buffed on this patch. It's going to be interesting to see if it's buffed enough to become a normal start. Typically you see Lulus do Frostfang, but maybe they figured they were going to get poked and pressured in this lane. They didn't want to be the ones looking like there's going to be a hook onto Malakstra, and that's going to be some summoners for sure. It's going to be a flash from Malakstra. Saves the heal by Ezreal. Like the junglers are going to collapse on this bottom lane now that the flashes are down. Let's see if we're going to get a 3v3. Ziggy and Sweet Fiend in complete control of this lane. Not a whole lot else happening elsewhere on the map. Junglers are going to meet each other in the river here. Pops the Oh, Orianna in a bit of a strange situation here. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything coming out of this. Maybe not, though. We'll see. A lot of damage taken by 60 Crones on the Zig. Zig's out of mana. This is really problematic. This could be first blood for Team Atlas. Sweet Fiend and Ziggy come up for the save. Ezreal also trailing behind. So bot lane, because of the priority they had, was able to come help their teammates out there. And all in all, we have a flash from Ziggy from Six and Crones, who's still staying in lane despite the lack of mana. Is kind of an interesting choice. I don't know if I agree with that. Flash from Warwick, flash from Ziggs. Nothing from either of the bot lanes except for good priority. Nice priority play there by the bot lane of team Plan B. Really, really important to understand that. And they staved off what could have been a bad situation. Didn't look like too much else could have happened there, but no first blood on either side. Was still killless. A 200 gold difference between the two squads here. Those of you just tuning in, thank you for joining us. This is week 1 of Vantage League, the Supernova division. Gonna have a gank here by Adroit Killer. Gets a flash out of Ziggy and the heal. Sweet Fiend's also gonna pop out. Oh, that sentence barely misses. Looks like we're gonna have a couple summoners down. We have the exhaust. All 4 summoners on the side of Plan B's bot lane. None of them blown for Ezreal or Malakstra. Considering there was no flash on the Warwick, that was a solid gank. A little bit too far overextended in the bot lane of Plan B. Usually you want to be either all the way up or all the way back or neutral, and they were kind of in no man's land. Not quite to the tower, but in this area down here, so gotta be careful there. Six and Crones recalls, teleports back to lane, is going to get a forward ward behind the red buff here. See if they can make any kind of play on the red. That should be spawning momentarily, next minute or two. Entirely sure. Catalyst of the Ages for the Catalyst of the Aeons for Orianna is kind of an interesting choice. I haven't seen a Rod Orianna in a long time. Maybe this is going to be some interesting trading going on. Six and Crone's going to get out traded by PQ. Good trades, nice dodges. CS lead still, but looking like we're gonna have a gank. Death sentence, belly bump, and that's gonna be a death launcher for sure. First blood going over to Dawn Run. More excellent trading from I Pick You. So first blood going over to the Gragas. Assist for both bot laners. Reasonable CS lead, about a wave and a half for the Plan B bot lane. Holding serve, so to speak. Team of Meta getting behind on CS will more than likely catch up. Zillion wave clears pretty well eventually. This is pink ward here because of the wave stacked. Did conserve his teleport, however. Eevee's Bay is down his teleport, so if he does make an ult play, Team of Meta can follow. Potentially get his minion wave push. It's gonna get to this point now where once Zillion's Lichbane Zillion, this is dank, boys and girls. Oh man, this is sweet. I'm a fan. So, Lichbane Zillion is eventually going to be the purchase. Lacking a little in AP, but nice double bomb combination there against the Sheen and the Thunderlord's proc. This is a bad situation here for Six and Crones. There's going to be the ult, there's the Orianna ult, and this is going to be a dead Zig for sure. Doesn't look like Orianna's going to die on the way out. Blows her barrier. Good solo kill there by I Pick You. He's going to make up for some of that CS gap. He's behind a little bit. He's going to probably push this wave in, deny those 5, and catch himself up to Six and Crones. That amount of kill gold. We're going to put him ahead by about a couple hundred gold here. So, Lichbane Zillion top lane. I'd be lying to you if I've said I've never seen it before, because I have. Only once. It did not go that well. You know, in theory, it should be pretty good. Zillion's got 2 very good CC tools. Eevee's Bay going in for a trade here. He's got 2 very good CC tools. Pretty easy for him to auto-attack proc. And his base damage on bombs is high enough that you don't necessarily need a ton of AP to be effective, which is why you see a lot of mana and cooldown reduction spamming on Zillion a lot of the time. So if you're there for it to be, I mean, top lane is, you're basically there to be a CC bot and to, you know, manipulate the wave and control in a lot of team compositions, and Zillion is excellent for that. So not that absurd. Nice double bomb landing. Team Meta obviously very comfortable with this pick. Shove getting on from Ezreal and Malaksha. probably gonna have to shove one more wave and look to recall because they gotta be feeling that this Gragas is nearby, which he is. Is Dawn Run gonna make a play? Decides against it. Probably a better decision there. Got too many creeps over here. He's gonna decide against that, channel his recall, and get ultimate back to base. CS lead still maintained in the bot lane for Ziggy and Sweet Fiend. I Pick You has that solo kill, only a single wave differential there in the mid lane. Not a lot going on. So, EV's base teleports back up. You can be looking for a Shen play, potentially for a dragon here. 6 Synchrones with the blue buff. We all know Ziggs with blue buff is the most enjoyable thing in League of Legends, or one of them. Gank by bottom. Warwick, your arrow is going to just miss. Warwick's going to flash it. Get the fear onto Ziggy. Ziggy's going to dive. Warwick ults. Couldn't quite get out of there. It doesn't look like anything else. Oh, we got a nice explosive cast. Might be able to pick up Adroit Killer. Shen ult comes in. Double bomb. Doesn't quite hit from Teemo Meta. Ziggs ult doing a ton of damage in that situation. We've got a 5-man in the bot lane. Flash death sentence by Sweet Fiend. Orianna ult's going to land, score a kill. A lot going on here. Double kill going over 6 Synchrones. But is he going to go down? Looking like this is turning for the side. Turning for the side of Team Atlas. Team Atlas going to get a lot of damage down, but Flash Dissonance not enough to take out 6 Synchrones. Double bomb again, just barely missing by Teemo Meta. Just chucking out those bombs all over the place, and looking like ultimately that's going to be a 2 for 2 in our crazy 5v5 bot lane. Now, you got to think if Ezreal connects that arrow, that happens a lot cleaner. They could save Warwick ult. They would have just gotten the kill without it, and would have had a Warwick ult for that fight. Could have turned a lot different. So, because of how late Team Atlas ended up staying for the extended fight there, trying to turn that around, they're not going to have a lot of priority because they're going to have to recall here. So Ziggy and Sweet Fiend get back to lane first, despite getting killed first, and they're going to see if maybe, along with Dawn Run, they could potentially get a dragon here. That being said, I Pick You ended up worse for the wear as well, so he's going to have to recall. It doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of dragon play here. So a lot of situations like that where you'll get one team, you'll get like a big team fight 4v4 or 5v5 in the bot lane on that first teleport, or somebody trying to make a play, proactive play. And a lot of times you'll see one team overstay afterwards in an attempt to get something or get more kills, when really they should just end the fight as soon as possible, get what you're going to get, and recall so that the other team can't retaliate with a dragon or a Baron or what have you. So, or just get back and get tempo to take a tower potentially too. So, no teleport used by EV's Bay to get back to lane. Is able to get back there and catch most of this one. You're going to begin, he still has a CS lead, but you're going to begin seeing like Adroit Killer start the Rift Herald by himself. Gets it all the way back. It's going to reset. He's going to spot with the Scrying Plant Dawn Run heading over. So we're going to, no Sunfire, no Titanic yet by the Shen. You're probably going to see Teemo Meta begin to Death Sentence landing on the Ezreal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Arrow's going to go ahead and miss. Nothing going to come of that. It's like Thresh ultimate and Ashe ultimate, as well as Wild Growth and Lulu are down. Another, oh my god. There's too much going on. 2v2 in the mid lane. There's the Warwick. Well, Warwick going to go in on that. Ziggs ult's going to miss. This could be a double kill for Adroit Killer. Oh, Shockwave lands, and that is, in fact, going to be a double kill for Adroit Killer, and the Warwick is getting fed. One thing you got to say about Warwick is that he does need to get himself ahead. Oh, Ziggy, good position here. Going to maybe get some damage down. Misses the 90 caliber net. Anyway, what I was saying before was Zillion is, for the next little while, going to have a pretty big pushing advantage on this Shen. He's going to be able to shove, recall, rinse, and repeat. He's going to be able to get his buys in a lot sooner. He's going to have teleport priority once that's back up. Now there's a window here with the top lane teleport down on one side and the Shen ult and TP up that they could look to make a play here, but Shen not quite healthy enough to do so. And again, this is the difference in being able to shove versus being pinned all the time. He's always the Zillion's always going to be able to recall a lot faster than you are. Looking like Adroit Killer feeling really, really strong right now. Warwick can kind of get away with this, but he is spotted on the way in. Dawn Run does see him, so this is not unknown. I'm going to pop over the wall, decides against it. I don't know what the holdup was there. Mid lane's back. That was a 3v1. A little bit of a missed opportunity, well, a big bit of a missed opportunity there for Team Plan B. I mean, none the worse for wear at the end of the day, but perhaps lacking in vision or communication on where the Orianna was, they did not want to mess with that too much. 13-minute Rod of Ages for I Pick You, so despite the CS discrepancy, the solo kill helps make up for it, and he's in good shape now. Zillion's still lagging behind in CS, but shouldn't be. Let's be critical, but might just be a lot of missed last hits in that situation. Everywhere else is pretty even. Ziggy and Sweet Fiend have, you know, built up a decent lead for themselves, but it's really it's even from the kills, so not really too many leads. Big goal differentials anywhere in particular. Zig's gonna get the first blood. Warwick is the furthest ahead of anybody in this game, so gonna be looking for Adric Killer to make some plays, see where he ends up next. Entirely sure what Sticks and Crones was doing there, but another trade by I Pick You, going pretty well. Alright, he's gonna help them clear that ward out. And now, the interesting thing here is while there's been, you know, there's been bursts of action in this game, ultimately both of these teams scale very, very well. I give a slight edge to Team Atlas. Shen's very, very strong late game. I Pick You, a little bit of wasted cooldown there. A big wasted cooldown. It's a nice trade. Maybe gonna go for a shockwave here. Decides against it with the bot lane missing. Oh, lands the max distance shockwave. That's almost surely gonna be a kill. Flashes for it, picks it up, shields himself on the way out, and picks something up. So takes the solo trade in exchange for the Cloud Drake. He had Malaxtra's back up, communicating, I'm sure, that they were on the Dragons, so he decided to make a play. Nice max range shockwave there by I Pick You. Clearly pretty comfortable on the Orianna. Sticks and Crones maybe a little bit disrespectful. So, Dragon over to Plan B. Solo kill for Orianna again, second of the game. And the Rift Herald over to Adric Killer. Who's going to hold that eye. See where he decides to take that. Good things for both teams here, other than, you know, on the bot side of the map, both bot lanes wave clear pretty well. Both mid lanes wave clear extremely well. So, having the Rift Herald on the side of the one laner that can't wave clear very well is a powerful tool. So, we're going to have to see if they can look for a pick. Maybe a Warwick ultimate to start 2-level advantage for I Pick You. And he's kind of low on health. He's got to watch, make sure he's not taking any more poke. Nice steal of the Scuttle Crab there by Dawn Run. Adric Killer didn't realize that he ran over the pink ward in the process. Small victories. Looking like Adric Killer's looking to make a play here. Now they have a window. The Rift Herald, the Eye of the Herald has about 2/3 of its time left. So, looking to make a play, but it looks like Plan B are just going to swap their top lane or bot lane to the top and try to take advantage of the Shen, which I do think is a good idea at this point in the game. No ultimate use. Takes the blast gun over. 2v2 here going on. Ult's out. Adric Killer's going to pop his ult to get out of that situation. Probably a good decision. A lot of CC between Gragas and Thresh. And we'll see if Team Atlas can wave clear this. I think it's a really, really smart decision by Plan B. Shen's wave cleared, not that great. Kind of caught them out of rotation. 2v3 going on now. Shen getting a lot of damage. Ashour comes from downtown, gonna miss. A lot of damage coming out from Ziggy. Remember, no Warwick ult. Flash Death Sentence gonna miss. Wide right. Still think they're gonna get this tower. Big health advantage. 3v2. Might be able to turn this into a second tower. This is another thing that Zillion is excellent for, is solo wave clearing. He's really, really good at that. He can stop the minion wave from even getting to the tower if you allow it to step up. Really, really like this decision by, oh my goodness, pick you. Ziggy maybe overstaying just a little bit. Now, he didn't know where Oriana was, so good roam. Oh, this could be retaliation here. I wish I had the Riot Games, like, zoom out so that I don't have the tunnel vision on one person at a time. Like, I can manually camera. Anyway, that's a different story. So, good rotation by Plan B. Team of Meta, Zillion excellent at maintaining that tower, and doesn't look like as Ezreal and Lock are going to be able to get that. Rotating to mid lane now as well. Really, really like the macro decision-making coming out by Plan B here. This is definitely good. It's what you're supposed to do with a Caitlyn Ziggs composition. And I like the adaptation to have the Zillion, hard shove top lane, basically. And you can see now he's gotten all that solo farm while Shen was fighting and trying to stave off the fight in the top lane. He's caught up. He's had a 30 CS deficit at one point in this game. It's caught pretty much all the way back up now. Zillion with a late Rod of Ages. It's going to be finished up around 27 or 28 minutes. Don't usually like seeing it that late, but besides, it's in his best interest. I think we're here, nothing much going on. Looking like we're going to get a flank coming around by Dawn Run and Sweet Fiend. Not entirely sure they want to take this. There's the Herald summons. Arrow on 6 and Bronze. Warwick ult, and there was a Ziggs there. I didn't know about it. Oriana Shockwave going to go down, take that Ziggs out after the Zillion ultimate. Wild Growth onto Ashe. Looking like Dawn Run's going to get himself in trouble here. He's going to go down. 2 for 0. Good initiation by Team Atlas, striking right back, realizing the situation they're in, knowing that they're under a lot of pressure. They have a 4v4, they have a superior CC, and they pull the trigger. Good decisive call there by Team Atlas. Good. A lot of great macro decisions on both sides here. Understanding of where they are relative to the pace and tempo of the game is really, really important. Shen, you can see Shen having a lot of trouble clearing against Caitlyn here. Potential dive coming. There's the teleport from Styx and Crones. They're going to teleport top to stop this rotation. Maybe could have canceled that. Station on the cooldown, but is going to hang in up here anyway. Looking like, it looked like Team Atlas were going to back off for a little bit, and it turns out they didn't. Bit of as a wasted teleport by Styx and Crones, really. Maybe a miscommunication between Team of Meta and Styx and Crones. Maybe they thought they backed off. Nobody there to clear the creep wave, and Team Atlas, you cheeky, cheeky fellows, are able to pick up a solid rotation there and get that side. That was risky. Devoted a lot of resources up there, and they don't get anything out of it. That's not great, but they're able to trade top for bottom in a situation that they were not in priority for, and get play out of it. Body slam going to come in from the Gragas, in a lot of trouble. Ziggy's able to do a lot of damage here. Warwick ult's going to land. Ashol follows it up. Good interrupt there by the explosive cast. This is going to be a dead Warwick eventually. 1v5 Warwick, double bomb onto 2 people by Team of Meta. Warwick goes down. Shockwave on 3 people. Massive shockwave by IPQ. Styx and Crones exhausted, is going to be in trouble. Has to flash over the wall. Currently a 1 for 2 in favor of Team Atlas. See just how much effort it takes to kill that Warwick once he gets rolling. A lot of resources devoted to that. Well, despite that, it looks like Atlas is going to pick up a Water Drake out of this, unless something crazy happens. So, all in all, the Water Drake's going to help a lot against this poke. They're going to try to trade mid-tower for it. Shockwave, flash! QW by the Oriana is going to take out Team of Meta. Double kill going to by IPQ. He's going off. He's popping off, ladies and gents. There's the Wild Growth taunt combination. Ezreal picks up another one. Nice set of picks by Team Atlas. See if they can get anything more off that. Dragon, they saved their tower. Plan B not quite fast enough on the decision to push mid. Only needed a couple more autos. Oh my gosh. Look at the damage coming out by IPQ, going legendary now. Rod of Age's death cap fully stacked. 382 AP already, and the Rod of Age's Oriana paying off big time on the side of Team Atlas. Expanding out to a 3K gold lead, almost all of that on mid lane, actually. So, because the gold is mostly separated between the 600 or so on the Warwick, just under 3K on the Oriana, Arrow still gets death sentenced. And the two of them are just gonna be like, yeah, you know what, I'm not that interested in this, and they're gonna peace out. Oh, goes for the max range shockwave, doesn't quite get there. Level 15, man, when he gets that level 16 ultimate, level 3, gonna be tough to deal with for the side of Flash Warwick ult. It's gonna be devastating for sure. Another kill for I Pick You. This is getting out of hand. So, another kill. Extends everything out to a 4K gold lead. Let's see how Team Atlas are able to close this game out. You're going to get two words for one here. So, again, most of that gold lead on the 10-0 and 5 Oriana by I Pick You has the bigger front line. Your two carries are fed in a 2-core composition. This is exactly what you want. Let's see if they're able to close this game out. That being said, because there's so much of a gold lead on the Oriana, if Plan B are able to make a pick and take out I Pick You, there's going to be a lot of bounty gold coming over, as well as a lot of the damage coming out of the fight on the side of Team Atlas. So, game is not over yet. 4K gold lead, 5.5K gold lead with that tower going down. Not quite, not exactly insurmountable. And the longer this game goes, the less it's going to matter. But for the next, 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. Oh my God! Shockwave, dissonance. Ziggy's dead. Warwick ultimate onto Dawn Run. He's going to go down as well. Pursuit. Nice flash over by Sweet Fiend. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to do anything. He's trying to buy some time. Keep Team Atlas from getting any kind of objective. Six and Crone's in actually a really, really bad position here. Almost like it's a double bomb by Teemo Meta. Eventually, Sweet Fiend is going to go down to Evia's Bay. Unfortunately, only able to pull one person to the side. Looks like we're going to have a tower going down, and Six and Crone's not exactly in the greatest position to help wave clear that, but that might have gone down anyway. Ults for the value. A lot of damage coming out there. The Andrews Morello's done for Ziggs. His damage is not chump change, that's for sure. Looks like Team Atlas might try to get this red on their way out. This could be a bit of an overstay by Adroit Killer and Meloxtra. Not a lot of backup. Smite goes down. Adroit Killer takes the red buff. Collapse onto Adroit, but he is quite tanky. Not quite getting down yet. Body Slam's going to land. See if they get another fight out of this, and looks like Plan B are just going to back off. None the worse for wear. Other than missing red buff. Oh! Almost a face check around the corner. I Pick You misses the shockwave, but they're so fed that it doesn't matter anyway. Zillion ult is going to come down. Save the life of Six and Crones. It's not going to be enough, though. Meanwhile, on the back end of this fight, we have Evia's Bay 1v3ing. Ash Arrow lands from downtown onto Ziggy. Team Atlas are just going to run away with this game. Oh my goodness. Wow. 14, 0, and 8 on the Oriana. I Pick You. Making a case for himself, ladies and gents. So, was a 4K gold lead about 2 minutes ago. Ballooned all the way to 9 and change, and probably going to be closer to 10 or 11 by the time they're done with this base. They're going to get mid inhibitor, and probably top tower as well. Now, with that being said, Plan B, your only retaliation here is to try to get a dragon on the kickback or a baron on the kickback when they go to recall and spend this money. That, or you've got to step up and try to take this fight now, because there's not going to be a better opportunity. There's not going to be a better opportunity for them. They just had an influx of about 5,000 gold across their team. If you're going to take a fight, now's the time to take it. This is your window to take a fight here. No Ziggs ultimate. They're looking for something. not going to find it. And unfortunately, in those situations, if the other team's allowed to get out cleanly, then your odds of winning are going to drop drastically. I pick you, hasn't been able to back yet. Hasn't spent. He has 5,800 gold and he hasn't spent. There's a back coming out. Let's see if Plan B can get this mid-tower or a dragon or a baron. They've got to do something here because once that Orianna spends that much money and is able to come back into this fight, just buys a Void Staff and a Zonia straight up. Let's see if they can get this tower down before massive IPQ gets back. Ziggy positioning a little bit too aggressively there. Eats a Shenton. Tower not quite down. Is going to get ulted by the team on meta, but is going to go down again regardless. Shockwave one-shots Dawn Run. Yeah, this game's over, ladies and gentlemen. Hide your kids. Cover their eyes. It's going to be a Baron. Likely the top lane tower. Things are coming out to. I would assume the game shortly after that. Man, this got out of hand very, very quickly. Plan B, double bomb lands, not able. Good attempt at the steal there by Team on Meta, but to no avail. And we're going to have, I assume, playing this out by the book. Probably got to start prepping for game 2 if you're Plan B. Realize what you're going to do about this Orianna matchup. It'll be interesting to see if it gets banned. Orianna, not typically a champion you see bans lobbed at. But I pick you, clearly showing some chops. Eldritch Killer going to get CC here. Good fight to take. Probably going to go down. It's 3v1. Was the ultimate, can't ult himself out. Is going to flash. Here comes the Shen ult. Losing their bot lane turret. A lot of stuff going on here. Looks like this bot lane tower is going to go down. Zillion not quite able to wave clear it by himself. Down to about half health. Got a couple Canamines wailing on from the back end here. This is exactly what you should be doing. Means an Asher is going to miss. Team Meta ultimate on the Thresh. Caitlyn not quite down yet. Gets sped up by Lulu. Is going to live. And they're just so far ahead at this point that the Ziggs ult didn't do anything. You guys saw that, right? Wow. And a defense coming out here, but this is more or less over. Yeah. So, relatively tame game gets completely blown out of proportion in the mid-20s. And just like that, Team Atlas definitively closing that game out. 32:49 on the clock. 16,000 gold on the 16-0-10. Game MVP. I pick you. Jeez. So, gonna be interesting to see what Plan B comes up with. Lot to deal with here. Again, the team composition, a lot of single target CC. They were able to make the picks. They recognize, like, Team Atlas did a really, really great job. Both teams actually did quite a good job recognizing when they each have leverage in this game. So, Plan B knew when they had leverage to go shove the Shen at a top lane, take that tower, and they did a good job rotating with their Ziggs Caitlyn composition. They just were unable to hold serve and play Goldie on the kickback by Team Atlas. Team Atlas able to make some picks on the back end once everybody scattered, especially in particular on that mid lane fight on Six and Crones. Really, really risky not to run cleanse on Ziggs against a team like this, against the Polymorph, against the Ash Arrow, against the Warwick Gold, Shen Taunt. If you get hit with any CC, you're going down. I maybe would have considered that. Not sure if this is part of the strategy or not, but wow, really, really well played. Clean. Once they knew the position they had, Team Atlas closed that out very cleanly. Well played. Looks like we're going to go into game 2 in just a moment. Game 1 over to Team Atlas. Let me make a new text file for you guys here. They're gonna be on the other side, I assume. Okay. There we go. So, team's gonna mull it over, chat for a little bit. I'm gonna go refill my drink, rest my voice for a little bit. I will see you guys on the other side, and let's see if Plan B can bring this back and force a game 3.
There's a long road just behind you. Everything else comes so fast. Memories are all inside you, and you never make them back. I can feel that you're in through the world that you not make sense. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. Just know there's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say, nothing I could say. But I say, you can wipe the years you're hiding. I say, you can kill that fear you're holding. There is one thing that is true, the only one that can get through. There is one thing that is true, just gotta make it last forever. gets real sometimes. I only have you to blame. It's not too late to change. So save me, or just take me. Won't you help me? Trying to separate them. So save me, or just take me. Oh, please help me. I need you around, you know where to be found. Your hatred knows no bounds. It's killing me inside. I know there's more to you. This is your chance for you to prove. I only have you to blame. It's not too late to change. So save me, or just take me. Won't you help me? Trying to separate them. So save me, or just take me. Oh, please help me. I need you around, you know where to be found.
Looking like we're just about ready to go, guys.
It's not too late to change. So save me, or just take me. Won't you help me? Trying to separate them. So save me, or just take me. Oh, please help me. I need you around, you know where to be found. So save me, or just take me. Won't you help me? Trying to separate them. So save me, or just take me. Oh, please help me. I need you around, you know where to be found. I'm crawling under the city.
Looks like we're just about ready to go here. We're going to head into the draft for Game 2 between Team Atlas and Plan B. Plan B going to go ahead and take the blue side this time with a Narban first and foremost. It's kind of odd.
I'll come back stronger.
Didn't see Nar picked or banned in the last game. Maybe a side-specific strategy coming in here by Plan B. Fizz, we saw last time. Gangplank again. Lobby towards Styx and Crones. Kassadin. Kassadin, an extremely strong mid lane pick right now. Very, very tough to deal with. Pretty universal ban. And there is the Orianna ban toward I Pick You. Can't really say we're surprised after that last performance, so if you got a player that's red hot like that, you usually don't want to give them another opportunity to crush you. So
If you insist.
I'm gonna try to straighten out the early here, fellas. So Swain banned again. That is gonna put Zach open. It's gonna go over to Dawn Run, I presume. Could make an argument for Zach being one of the stronger champions in the game right now, so this is a big deal. Blue side with a big advantage. I would expect we're going to get the Lulu Caitlyn here for Ezreal and Malakstra, but we'll see. Lulu is locked in. And a Mumu, at least being considered here by Adric Killer. We'll see if that ends up being the lock-in. A lot of teams do like to fight fire with fire if you have a big team fighting presence like a Zac. Sometimes you want to do the same thing right back, and that is going to be the lock. So we're going to have an Amumu pick here. Asteroid Killer. Haven't seen an Amumu for a little while. I know it does get played, but I haven't gotten to cast an Amumu for a while. So Curse of the Sad Mummy. Always good for some big plays. Dawn Run's going to lock in the Janna for Sweet Fiend. Lulu typically has an advantage on Janna, but Janna a little bit better at repelling these big team fight or big impactful team fight situations. So interesting that they picked it this early. You could see potentially Team Atlas audible away from AoE dive kind of stuff. Maybe pick something with a little more picks. Styx and Crone's going to lock the Ziggs again. I'll pick you with a hover on Annie. Kind of went right to that. I assume you might consider that. Xerath, another good option. Xerath and Ziggs kind of, effectively the same champion. Xerath a lot stronger in lane than Ziggs is. Ziggs a lot easier to hit most of his damage in team fights. So I pick you, opting yet again to play a big team fighting champion. And looking like they are trying to match fire with fire here. Vayne, the first ban, the second phase here. Directed towards Ziggy. A lot of one-off bans